So this is a little haul I did, the first 4 of which are from Direct Cosmetics, and then the Daisy Sapphire, the Yardley, is from Amazon. But I got these all pretty much this week, so these are my generally my first impressions, although I have actually already worn one of these. So let's start off with the one that's the easiest to talk about, because My Morgan by Morgan, which I get, yeah, I guess that's the clothing company. I bought this mainly, well, partly because I think it was like a £5 or something, but also because it was, I think this bottle's really cute. So it's a bit cheesy, but I thought it was really cute. This is a very cute little bottle. Really nice. And I kind of read the notes and I thought, okay, this one looks like it could be kind of cute. I don't like this. It's odd. It's somehow, oh, there's something weird about this, and I find that it's both odd while being generic, which is quite an impressive feat, I would say. Yeah, a bit nondescript. So let me just read out what's in this. So the notes for My Morgan are top notes of blackberry and guava, middle notes of peony, lilac, violet and lily of the valley, base notes vanilla, cashmere, wood and musk. So I thought I'd be pretty safe with that. But there's something, I think the guava just smells a bit odd in this, to be honest. I can smell guava and blackberry, it's quite fruity. But there's something else going along with these that smells a bit odd, and I don't know if that's something to do with the florals. Maybe it's the guava and the lilac together, I'm not sure. But anyway, it doesn't make me want to wear it. I'm not keen on it, and also I tried a little tiny bit of it on my skin and it just went incredibly shampooey. So this one, not for me. I don't know, I think some other people probably quite like this. I do think the bottle's cute, but it's just, this is not one that's going to be a keeper for me. I'm not keen on that. So anyway, that was the cheap and cheerful one. And then we'll do this one because I don't like this at all. Now, this is Obsessed Parfum Intense for Women by Calvin Klein. And I don't know what I was expecting from this, but I wasn't expecting what I actually got. I can probably still... The deep dry down of this, I can tell you, is much nicer than when I first sprayed it. It's got a very cool chic bottle. Very nice. So the original Obsessed is in like a, what's it called? A see-through version of this bottle. It's like a big pebble. It's also really cool. But I went for this one because they had it for like £18 or something on, what did I say? Direct Cosmetics. And I kind of thought this looked quite interesting. Everyone was saying that the original was a bit masculine and this one was less masculine. God damn it, I got that. I got it all over my hand. That's annoying because I don't like this very much. And I think one of the things that alarmed me when I first sprayed this is that it reminded me of like Lulu by Cacharel and Sun by Jill Sander. Because it's way sweeter than I was expecting it to be. So the notes in this are top notes of elemi, citrus, mandarin orange, middle notes of lavender, sage, violet leaf, base notes of musk, amber and labdanum. Labdanum. And there's something that freaks me out about this, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is. I can smell mandarin. I can smell lavender. I can smell sage. But it's just really sweet and powdery and very like intense. I mean, it is called Parfum Intense, to be fair, so. I mean, I do wonder if it's just massively the wrong time of year for me to smell this, because when I smelled it when I first got this, I absolutely hated it instantly. And now I'm spraying it in my home, which is a bit cooler than when I got this, which it came to my work. And it's more interesting, but it's still very sweet. And I think probably the problem here is that all that, like, it's so sweet and a bit cloying for how herbal I'm finding it. But yeah, I mean, this is not one that I'm going to instantly like put up on eBay. This is one I'm going to kind of think about. I'm going to see how I feel about it maybe in winter, because I think if you fell in love with this perfume, it's probably going to be a bit of a banger, because it is unusual, even though it reminds me of two perfumes that I've also said are quite unusual. It's not quite as cloying or over the top, and it's not as strong as Cacharel or Sun. And it doesn't have jasmine in it, but there is something about it that I think probably would give me a bit of a headache, because that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. But yeah, possibly if this is on my skin, I'll feel differently, but there's definitely no way I can put this on my skin when it's like 22 degrees or something. I think this is just way the wrong time of year. So I'm going to put this to one side and then see if I change my mind about that at a later date. Okay, we go away. And so then we have this one. Now, this was this one is an unexpected one, because Fragrantica has the notes wrong, or at least it's missing some notes. So I didn't know who this person was. Apparently, I think this is a footballer. Apparently, I think this is a footballer who now does perfumes. This is for women. Apparently, even though I would say it's weird that this one has a masculine and feminine one, because this perfume is so unisex. It's totally unisex. It's got, I actually liked this bottle until I got to this side, and I think this is the guy's tattoos, and that's his like insignia for these perfumes, which I actually think is really cool. But joyously, haha, fragrance notes on the back. So you can see, if I get it in the right light, pink peppercorn, green mandarin, spring peony, green violet tea, and vetiver. I didn't know I was buying another tea perfume. I did not know that was going to happen. But to be honest, as soon as I sprayed it, I was like, oh, well, yeah, of course. So I got this for £15 on Direct Cosmetics. And I think, I'm just going to move these actually so you can see it properly. This is a really beautiful bottle. Look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's very classy. It's very heavy. It's got the insignia on the top. And it's a heavy glass, and it has, can't do it one-handed because it's so good. It's got a magnetic cap. It's also got the insignia around here. Really nice heavy cap. You can probably, there it goes, a magnetic. It's really lovely, and the perfume's actually kind of lovely. The only problem I have is that I don't think I need this. Anyone who's watched my channel knows I have a lot of perfumes with tea in. And this one, when I first sprayed it, it kind of reminded me of both Elizabeth Arden green tea and Elizabeth Arden white tea ginger lily. And those are both things that I already have in my collection and that I love. Now, it does quite dry down to have quite a lot of mandarin going on in it. You can definitely smell the tea. It's very fresh. This is a beautiful perfume. It's a perfect summer perfume. But I have to say, it's actually slightly beast mode for a tea perfume. When you spray it on, you don't need much, and it's quite strong. And it's got a decent longevity, this one. I just don't think I like this any better than the perfumes that it reminds me of. So I'm considering that this might be something I gift to one of my friends that I think might like it. But it is very, very nice. I think maybe it's because there's pink peppercorn in it that I wouldn't want this to replace one of the ones I've already got. Because there is a slight spiciness to it that kind of makes it properly unisex smelling to me. Oh, but it is really nice, this one. It's beautiful. It's a lovely bottle. I think this is really good quality. And once I found out that this was a footballer, I was quite surprised. I like it. It's nice. If you're interested in these kind of perfumes, I would highly recommend this as a really good quality tea perfume if you can get it for cheap. If you can't get this for cheap, I would just get green tea or white tea from Elizabeth Arden. But for £15, I think is this a 30? Oh, it's a 50ml. So as it's on Direct Cosmetics at the moment, that might be a really good one to get, because it's a lovely bottle. It would look really nice on anyone's like dress or in a cupboard or whatever. But Yeah, it smells good. It does smell good, but it doesn't smell like something that I desperately need in my already millions of tea perfumes collection. So I might keep that one in the box. The only thing I'm undecided about is because it is a bit beastly, I don't know whether this might actually be a perfect kind of winter tea perfume. It has got a slightly sporty smell about it, but it's just, yeah, it's really nice. I really like it. Anyway, so then let's move on to these. So this is the last one of my Direct Cosmetics haul. This is Rosie, oh, God's sake, Rosie Ruby from Yardley. Now, I noticed these because of the bottles. I think they're really nice. They're very fancy for Yardley, these bottles. Just got to try and get it out of the box. So, there it is. Beautiful. Isn't it lovely? Like a crystal. You can see. Really nice. Lovely shape. Really nice. This is Rosie Ruby. And the notes on Fragrantica are entirely wrong for this because they've just put the notes for one of these other kind of crystal collections. They've put the notes up for, I think it's called Poppy Diamond. They've put it up for this one as well, and it's entirely incorrect. But luckily, this box has the notes on, so I can read it from here. Now, I didn't know what the notes were before I bought this because obviously I saw them on Fragrantica and I stupidly didn't check anywhere else. And so this is not the kind of smell I was expecting, although it is in a way also exactly the kind of smell I'm expecting because this smells pink. Now, it kind of reminds me of something else and I can't put my finger on it, and that's what I found with the Daisy Sapphire as well. I'm like, what does this smell like? Okay, so let's just find, and you'll see how different this is from what Fragrantica says. So, beginning with fresh, fruity notes in the top of mandarin, pear, peach and cassis, leading to a floral heart of pink pepper, peony, rose and orange flower, enhanced by warm central woody base of sandalwood, cedarwood and musk. I didn't know that there was peach in here, and peach and rose is difficult for me. Now, I have actually worn this one and I did get used to it because it's not ridiculously strong. Although I will say these are definitely stronger than the normal Yardley. So the Yardley, like the more solely notes, flowers, they are very kind of eau de toilette, almost like an eau de cologne. They don't last for very long. This one definitely lasted for way longer than that. It lasted for much longer on skin as well. So, but this one, weirdly, I can definitely smell peach and I can definitely smell pear. And then I've got sort of peony and rose. It's not massively woody. I think it is a bit musky on the dry down, but not like massively again. It's very fresh. It's very summery. And it's kind of what I was expecting Versace Bright Crystal to smell like, if that makes any sense. Like, I was expecting a kind of slightly fruity-ish floral. There's been loads of things, like some of the Dior blooming ones or some of the general just Dior pinky coloured things. And they've all been quite sharp to me. They haven't been sweet enough. This one is actually kind of sweet and it works for me for a number of reasons, but then it's also slightly uncomfortable because of the peach and rose combination. So I do think maybe that this is one that I would want to wear in cooler weather because of that peach in it. It's not one that I want to get rid of because I do like it, but it's not quite what I was expecting. I was expecting this to be a different type of rose, something a little less fruity, because the Poppy Diamond one is supposed to smell like Chloe apparently, but that one is very, very woody. So I went for this one in the hopes that this wouldn't be as woody, because it wasn't described as woody, this one, and it's not woody, but it's more fruity than I was expecting and less floral. But yeah, it's missing the kind of tartness that I'd normally have with a fruity floral, and that's why I think in summer it was just, I noticed it in a way that wasn't 100% comfortable, but also wasn't like giving me a headache or making me feel sick or anything. I was just aware of it in a slightly unusual way. But I do think it's nice, and I will probably keep that one and try it in a different weather. This one is really new. I got this from Amazon. And these were both under a tenner. Let's get this one out. Again, lovely, gorgeous. Love these bottles. I think they're really nice. Just going to try and make these look a bit beautiful. So this one is also super familiar, and I'm not sure why. This one definitely doesn't last as long on the skin as whatever that one's called that I've already forgotten, Rosy Ruby. But this one is very nice. It's very fresh, it's very summery. This one definitely easy to wear in summer. This one I definitely will wear when it's hot. So it says on the back of this, a burst of energetic top notes, fresh green leaves, an apple, and a combination of hyacinth and white rose at its heart, drying down to a warm base, notes of sandalwood and musk. Now, they've only named apple, but I'm pretty sure there's something else going on here as well, because it is a bit fruity. Yeah, it's just, I wish I could remember what this smells like. Possibly if you see this in my what I wore last week, I'll be able to actually tell you what this reminds me of, because I think it's kind of reminding me of something that I have, I think. But I'm not sure what it is. Or it's possibly reminding me of something that I have had. Maybe it's something that I liked, but then got too woody or something, so I got rid of. But it's very light, it's very pretty. You can smell that apple, but I feel like there's something else going on here as well. But I do like it, it's really nice. I'm keeping both of these. I love the bottles, I like the scents. They are quite skin scenty. As I said, Ruby Rosie is definitely the stronger of the two. But I'm yet to actually wear Daisy Sapphire like all over my body and on my clothes, you know, so possibly that's a bit unfair. But from what I could tell just from the other day when I tried this just on my arm, and when I've got this on my arm at the moment, actually, it's quite subtle, it's quite pretty, it's got an apple-y smell but with a little floral undertones. And yeah, what did it say? Hyacinth and white rose. Okay, yeah, it's nice. I really like both of these. I am extremely tempted to try the others, even though looking at the notes I'm not sure how much I'd like them. I definitely want to try the amethyst one, which is the one with the fig in it. Probably at some point I will try all of these to see how I feel about them, but not this month. So I'm starting off here. And yeah, I like them. I mean, it's fun to try some more Yardley, because I've got a couple of other ones that I quite like from the more like traditional range. And these are, I think these are old ones that they've just put in new bottles, to be fair. I think one of them might have been called Hermione or something like that. But I think they look stylish now. I like them. And yeah, I think if you like skin scents, then these are both really fun.